Hi guys, and welcome back to Momma Jess Knits. I'm Jess, coming to you from Virginia, and this is episode 34. It has been a little while since I did a regular podcast. I did do Vlogmas, so if you haven't checked that out, go back and check it out. I can be found on Instagram and Revelry as MommaJessKnits. And my email address is mommajessKnits@gmail.com if you need to get in touch with me about anything. And I understand that it has been several months, so I'm not going to show you everything that I've been working on, but I am going to show you like finished objects that I finished finished this month, and things that I am actively working on this month, and future plans. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in and get started. So these, I finished this one, or one of these, in December, and then I finished the second one in January. And these are my... these are the Cozy Knitter Advent 24 stripe skein. So you do a stripe a day during Advent. And that's what I did. Except for, I know some people like cast on or did 2 at a time. I just did the one, simply because I got 2 24 stripe advent calendars, and I actually had to do 25 stripes because I have big feet. So this was my beginning, and then you can see that I ended with that as well. So that is my one and only finished object for the month of January so far. I probably won't have another for January. So if I do finish anything, you guys will be seeing it in February, hopefully. I'm trying to get better at podcasting. We'll see. And this bag is one of my Gingersnapfibers bags. Isn't that absolutely adorable? I need to clean it out now so I can put a different project in it. And then so now I'm moving into half-finished objects, and I've got a lot. My half-finished object is my Freckled Whimsy Advent. I'll put that on a blocker. You can see how pretty it is. My Freckled Whimsy Advent 24 stripes. And this is my first year that I've done either one of these Advent stripe calendars, and I really loved it. I really did. So I made the boo-boo of, I really should have started with this color instead of just doing like a little half stripe there or whatever. So as you can see, I have this stripe down here as well as this one, since this was my first full stripe. Like I said, I have big feet. I wear a size 11 in women's. So that is a half finished object that I have. And so this is going to be kind of half finished, and then I'll show you what I have of the second sock as well. Which on this one is just this. It's not even half the cuff. So I wanted to finish those in January, and then I got sidetracked. And that is also being housed in a Gingersnapfibers bag. And then, let's see, I have if you can't tell, I discovered Gingersnapfibers, and you'll see that I have bought several of her bags because I really like them. And Mary's, she's wonderful. She's super sweet. All right. Another half-finished object is my Valentine's colorway with bright pink heels and toes. And I think I may have one sock set left in my Etsy shop. But I'm not 100% sure. But that, I had sock sets of this where you could get the bright pink, or you could get, uh-oh, it's all wrapped up. Come on. Cherry chapstick as a set. Cherry chapstick sold out super quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll have more of that in the shop or not. Sorry, that's my bright pink. We'll see. But I plan on making a second pair of socks and doing the cherry chapstick for the heels and toes. So, of course, I have to have that in a Valentine's bag, and of course that's by Gingersnapfibers. And this is what I have done on that sock. Second sock, rather. So, I'm hoping to have that pair done fairly soon so I can wear them for Valentine's, because they are for myself. All right. Then let me put this on the blocker. I wish I had more blockers, because then I could have had this part already done for you guys. But I only have 2, and unfortunately one of the sets of blockers I have is for a smaller foot. So I have my Galentine's sock, one of them, completed. And so this is Galentine's is the main color. Bright purple is the cuff, heel, and toe. And I do have some of these in my Etsy shop. And that is being housed in a bag by myself, because I used to make lots of bags, and I need to get back to it because I have tons of fabric. And that's all I have done on the second sock for that. So, and I actually started this last year. So I'm trying to work through a lot of my project bags that I have just laying around, that I have socks that, you know, I've started and have not finished. And I have a lot of sock needles, and I continue to buy sock needles because I want to continue to cast on, when I really should just finish the socks and then cast on some. I also wanted to mention that all of my socks I knit on a size 1, except for this one that I'm getting ready to show. It is on a 1.5. And so this is my Forest Zen colorway. And I am making these for a friend. And I cast these on over a year ago. I think I cast these on December of 2021, if I remember correctly. But I am further along on the second sock, and that's being housed in one of my bags, one of the first bags I ever made. Right, let me get rid of these for now. There we go. So I have a good bit done. I'm on the gusset of the second sock of this one. I'm hoping to get these finished, definitely, in February. So, and I should be able to do that because I'm on the gusset, so pretty far along. All right, so I know that I showed you some of my whips. That is not all. So now I'm gonna go through the rest of them. Let's see. We'll start with this one. This is in a Gingersnapfibers bag. And I get the monthly Yarnable box. And I keep going back and forth on whether or not I'm going to cancel my subscription or not. Because I have not knit a single pair of socks out of any of the yarn that I've gotten in the entire time I've had this subscription, which has been over a year. But what I decided to do, I haven't decided if I'm canceling the subscription or not. But one of the things I have decided to do is every month I'm going to randomly, because I kept them in their little bags that they come in. These little bags they come in. I kept them in those, and I wrote on the outside, actually. Or no, I didn't write anything on the outside of those. That's my row 1 minis that I'm thinking. But anyway, I'm going to randomly choose a bag from the bin that I have and open it up. And if I like the color, or anybody in my family likes the color, I'm going to make socks for either myself or a family member. And if it's a colorway that I don't like and nobody else in my family likes, then, excuse me, I'm going to post, and then I will just randomly draw a name of whoever is interested in that colorway and make them a pair of socks. That way I'm using my yarn. But anyway, so all that to say that I have cast on a pair of socks in the January 2023 colorway, which I love. And it is called, oh goodness, I know the label's in here. Here we are. It is called Party Like It's 2023. And I really like those, so I'm making myself a pair of socks out of this colorway. Because it's just so beautiful. And I'm on the gusset. I'm just starting the gusset. So, I'm a little behind because I wanted to knit those for the month of January. But that's okay. Because I'm not in a race. I'm not super knitter. I'm not a fast knitter. So I know sometimes my friends think I am, but that's only because I have literally 20 some odd pairs of socks on needles. So whenever I finish one, it makes it look like I sped right through it, which I didn't. So I'm hoping to do a pair of socks every month. And like I said, some will be for me, some will be for family members, and some will be for whoever's name I draw. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that this does not make too much noise. Okay. This is one of my awesome Granny bags, awesome Granny bags. This has 3 skeins of yarn in it, but only one project. So I will show you that. Oh, if I can, take it out without pulling a bunch of other stuff out. So this is my Gal Pal colorway and my Berry colorway. And these are going to be some socks, I believe, for a friend of mine. Possibly. So that's the first sock of that one I have done. And I'm close to being to the hill on that one. Not quite, but close. And then, I promise I'm going to show you guys something other than socks. But I love knitting socks, and I'm on a sock kick right now. So, Lauren of Lolodidit did a sock weekend challenge. I got sidetracked by my biggest memory blanket. So I did not complete my a sock, but I did start one. And the colorway that I used was from Lauren's Hippos for Little Celebrations Club, and it was the August 2020 colorway. I had my son, I laid them all out and had my son pick out one for the Hippos for Celebration Club. So he picked out Hippo for a walk in the garden. And I got this much done. So it's really pretty. I'm really loving it. I didn't get this far for the challenge because the sun had set. So, but I did have, I think when the sun set, I had the heel flap done. So that is another sock whip I have going. And that is in a Knitting Unicorns in a Homespun House collaboration bag. I got the bag, some yarn, and a progress keeper. All right. Last sock I'm going to show you guys. I signed up for, or I got a skein of Freckled Whimsy's, oh my word. Yep, that. Let's see. Oh, where did the tag go? Oh, down in my little cubby. So it's her Freckled Whimsy, and it is her Spells and Things Harry Potter Club. So I got this back in December. Yes, December. And when I got it in the mail, I was like, okay, that's it. I'm signing up for that club. So I did. But this is the December colorway, which was Expectro Patronum. And I am loving it. That's one thing about self-striping yarn. Oh, jeez. It's all tangled up around my cord. Okay, anyway. I love self-striping yarn because I always want to knit to get to the next stripe. But this is what I have so far. So I have a ways to go. And I'm hoping... I'm hoping to knit on those. Okay, I'm gonna have to untangle that later. Anyway, and that is being oh, and it came with a mini. Oops. I think you can get the club without the minis or with the minis. I chose to do with the minis. And I'm housing that in a Gingersnapfiber Harry Potter themed bag because, you know, Harry Potter yarn needs to be in a Harry Potter themed bag. All right. Okay. I have one last whip and it's not a sock. Oh no, I lied. I have two more whips. Being housed in my Bags of Awesome Granny bag. I decided that I have so many scraps and skeins that I have not knit up of Lauren's hippo collections. Like, I have the celebrations for hippos. Her friends, she did a friends club, hippo club. She does like hippo for Christmas, hippo for fall, hippo for Valentine's, all that kind of stuff. And I have a lot of them. So I decided that I was going to take my scraps, and this is not all of my scraps because I've already put some in my, 2 of my memory blankets and 1 of my, well, I only have 1, my Granny stripe, scrappy blanket. But I have these. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these scraps. I am weighing them and halving them. And I have started a Cozy Comfort throw with them. So what I'm doing is I'm holding they're all sock weight. So I'm holding them double and just knitting until I run out of scraps. So this I know was hippo bubble bath. And then this one is hippo. Oh, I don't remember what this one is. But so it's going to be fun because they'll all have this gray background, but they'll have different colored speckles. So this one is all blues, like different shades of blues. And then this one has like pinks and purples and yellow and green. And I am using this adorable Progress Keeper by Lach and Lou, who I love, you guys. Look how I call it my little book nerd snowman. So yeah, and like I said, I'm just halving them and knitting until I run out of that color, and then I will pick the next color and continue on. So that being said, I'm trying to start knitting with my hippo yarn as well, so that I just put those scraps in there. So of course that's going to be a long-term project. That will take me a while. Okay, now my last whip, and it is not a sock, is being housed in my Bags by Awesome Granny gnome bag. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a little obsessed with gnomes. This project is the Drifter shawl by Tamy Gore. And I have gotten, hold on, I'm trying to show you the front. Here we go. I have gotten a good bit done on this. So you start way down here. And I'll hold that up close. So yeah, I have gotten a nice chunk of this done. I think I have 2 more sections to do. And I am using my Frozen Garden. And I am also using my purple. So yeah, I'm hoping to complete that here at least maybe by the end of February, beginning of March. I have come to the realization that, and I don't know why it's taken me so long, to stop putting pressure on myself to knit all the things and to try to complete all the things. Knitting is something I enjoy doing. And as Kay has said, you're supposed to continue to enjoy doing it. So do what brings you joy. So that's what I'm doing. If I want to have 30 socks on the needle and only work on 2 that week, then that's what I'm going to do. It brings me joy. I enjoy knitting. I knit every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't knit unless I am very sick. And that's how you know that I'm very sick, because I won't knit. So, that is, of course, not all my whips, but that is the whips that I have been working on throughout the month of January. I do have 2 others. They're blankets. I just chose not to, or actually I have 3 others that are all 3 blankets that I just chose not to share today. I'll share them again another time. I will tell you guys that I am trying to complete my largest memories blanket. And I posted a picture on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, go check it out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. But I posted a picture yesterday, and yesterday I had 119 squares left until the blanket will be finished. And I think I am now down to 115 or 16. So I put a few squares on yesterday, when I should have been knitting on my sock, but hey, whatever, right? And so, yeah. So I will show those, I'm sure, at some point in time. Especially I will show them when I finish the blanket. But let's move on to future whips. So I know for sure that one of my future whips is going to be the Yarnable box socks. Another pair of those. And January's Freckled Whimsy Spells and Things sock was this. Just so pretty. And it's called Phoenix Tears. And it came with a little yellow mini. So I went ahead and got this caked up, so that February 1st, even if I don't have the other ones finished, February 1st, I'm going to cast this on. So my Harry Potter socks will most likely be a month behind every month. So like this is January's colorway, and I'll probably start at February 1st. At least that's my goal. I'm also planning on, I have been wanting to, I bought some cashmere, some 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon yarn months ago. Because I was like, somebody had asked me if I had ever thought about carrying cashmere in the shop. And I really hadn't thought about it. I don't know if you all know or not, but I am extremely allergic to alpaca. So you will never see alpaca ever in my Etsy shop. I can't touch it. It's not just a matter of, oh, I can't knit with it. No, I cannot touch it. It lights my skin on fire. So, I bought the cashmere, which was kind of iffy, but I bought it. And so far I am not having any problems with it. I have touched it multiple times. I'm not itching. My skin's not on fire. So far, so good. So I decided to dye up some of that cashmere, and that is being housed in my Golden Girls bag by Snickle and Mr B, which I have a couple bags by her, but I had to get this one, and it has a little cheesecake progress keeper, which I'm saving to open once I start this project. But I dyed up some cashmere, and this is my spruce colorway. So I have it all, I have 3 skeins caked up. To start, oh no, oh, hang on. I just hadn't put that down in the bag yet. to start with Grace in My Heart by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I've been wanting to knit this shawl for a long time now, and it's just like, look at how beautiful that is. So, I'm going to be casting that on. I'm not sure when I'll cast that on, but hopefully soon. I have the needles all in the bag, ready to go. Uh-oh. Sorry, Progress Keeper got caught in the drawstring. There we go. So I'm hoping to start that fairly soon. And I think that if I finish the hippo socks, then I'll probably will start another pair of those. Just because I would really like to work my way through that stash as well. I'm really trying hard to work through stash. Yet I'm continuing to buy stuff. So, and it's okay. It brings me joy. So now I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have bought. I discovered Nicole C Mendez through Julie of Twin Stitches Designs, and I am just loving her self-striping yarn. So I bought this, not only because I love the colors in it, but because I love the name, which is Old Library. For those of you who don't know, before I started knitting, I loved reading books. I mean, I love books as much as I love knitting. And my reading has really dropped because of knitting and yarn dyeing. But that's okay. I'm getting back into it. I'm doing really good so far this year. And then, speaking of Lauren's hippo clubs, I have to show you guys the back of this bag. How adorable is that? She started a hippo birthstone club. And my birthday was this month. So of course I had to get hippo for January, which is the garnet. And I love how she's got like different shades of red. So, yeah. I'm excited to knit that up. Alright, I'm going to put that aside. Sorry for the crinkling. Sorry. And so if you're a Patreon of Julie of Twin Stitches Designs Patreon group, she does a dyer of the month, which I was one of the dyers last year. I dyed for October. And if you are a certain tier in her Patreon, then you have the option to buy yarn from the dyer of the month. So I am a Patreon, and so I got, and this year she's doing a dyer based in the US and then a dyer outside of the US. So that way you have the option, depending on where you live, to get one or both. I got both. So I got Nicole C Mendez was the dyer, one of the dyers, and she did this Celebrations colorway. So I got that. And then Craft Nut, is that right? Yeah, Craft Nut Yarns was the other dyer, was the US dyer of the month. And so I got this colorway with the mini. And it is called, just Twin Stitches Sock Set. That's so beautiful. So, and that will kind of vary as to whether or not I order each month, just because, I'm so sorry for all the crinkling, just because I usually don't order like a lot of like DK worsted weight, and Julie has opened it up so the dyers can pick what they dye. Whenever I did it, we had to do a sock set. So now they can pick. So if it's a sock weight, I will probably get it. If it's not, then I probably won't. We'll see. The last thing that I got was, Freckled Whimsy has a, Yarn of the Month club. And so I signed up for that. Or I got January's. And it is called Love You Mean It. And I'm not sure what that reference is from. I mean, I've heard it before. I just can't remember what it's from. So if you guys remember, let me know. I'm going to see how this knits up, because I'm not a huge orange fan. But I'm going to see how it knits up. And if I start knitting with it and I'm like, yeah, that's not really for me, then it will probably be some socks for somebody else. So that's the last thing that I purchased in January. So yeah, I have lots of knitting to do. What I'm gonna start telling you guys what I'm reading. I have read 5 books in January. The first book I read was, and some of these are audiobooks, and some of them I physically held the book in my hand and read. The first book of 2023 was Michelle Obama's new book. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not. I don't necessarily like lean more towards like biographies and stuff, but I really enjoyed the book. I finished it in like 2 days. So that was a really good book. I also got the book Spare and read it fairly quickly. Oh, sorry. Michelle Obama's book is, because I got a bookmark, is The Light We Carry. It was really good. But so that was an audiobook. I listened to that and she read it. Oh, sorry. And then I read this one. I got this for my birthday. It came out the day before my birthday. So I got this. And I read that. And I've read, I saved that, and then it completely went flying out of my head. The book I finished this weekend was really good. It was, I'm getting in here to make sure I don't mess up the title. The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. It was so good. I could have finished it in a day had I not had knitting group that day. And I tried so hard to finish it, but I had an hour left of it and I was like falling asleep in my chair. So I was like, okay, time to get up and go to bed. Another book I read was Wild. I had actually started this book years ago. An audiobook. I started it years ago and I was like, you know what? I need to finish some of these books that I have just had sitting around or started to listen to and didn't. So I listened to that one. And then I also listened to a book called Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. Oh, I'm sorry. Wild was by Cheryl Strayed. And then Pretty Things by Janelle Brown. And that one was really good. And I'm currently listening to... don't want to mess that up either. I'm currently listening to Silka's Journey. And it is the second book in a series. And it is really good. I just started listening to it yesterday, and I think I'm maybe 40% through the book. So it's really good. And there's 3 books of that series. So once I finish this one, I'll try see if the third is available and listen to that one as well. It takes place during the Holocaust. So it is a sad series. But it is such a good book so far. The first book was really good. It was the Tattooist of... I don't remember. Anyway, so the second book is Silka's Journey, and it's really good. I also got another book for my birthday. Oh my God, just the nicest couple. Her books are so good. So I need to get reading on this one. Local Woman Missing is the last book by her I read, and it was amazing. So yeah, I need to start that one. But yeah, that's what I'm reading. I know a lot of podcasters say what they're watching. I go back and rewatch a lot of stuff, like Gilmore Girls, Friends. I went back and binged watched Call the Midwife in December, and well, I think maybe December into January. And then I watch a lot of podcasts too, so I just kind of go back and forth. Here lately I've been listening to audiobooks whenever I knit versus watching stuff while I knit, unless it's at nighttime, and then I usually watch stuff while I'm knitting. But that is it. So yeah, this podcast is long enough. It's already at 42 minutes. So I am gonna let you guys go on about your day, and I need to start some laundry and wash some yarn so that I can do a shop update. I was thinking about putting some yarn in the shop today, which I might end up putting a couple of skeins in there. I like kind of spreading it out as I put it in instead of waiting until like a certain day of the week and then just putting it all in. So we'll see. But I do know that I have some more Valentine stuff that I'm going to be putting in there. So, and a new colorway to you guys. The local yarn shop carries it, but it has not ever been in my shop. So I want to get pictures done and get that up in my shop as well. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. You all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.